Hello, it's Kristin, and I'm going to do a new, Kristin from Life of Crafting. I'm going to do a new Sheetload card, and this is a pack I had gotten from a haul that I did not too long ago from the Not Too Shabby shop. I have not signed up for her subscriptions. I've seen several people who have, and I do like her stuff. I'm not a person that does subscriptions. I'm kind of picky about what I like, what I work with, and I'm trying to keep my craft room as slimmed down as I can. So anyway, picked this up, which was an extra from her box, and I'm looking at this sketch, and it's a special edition 6x6 paper pack one, and I'm thinking this may be cute. I didn't look at the ones online that they showed, but I thought this was just a little difficult for me to envision how these two pieces are the only paper being used that are printed. Like, this is supposed to be a solid, and that's in front of this tag. So I was thinking to myself, it's going to need a piece to bring it to kind of pull it all together, and that's where I'm thinking my ephemera is going to help me with kind of trying to figure this out, because I do really like this paper. I'm gonna open it up now, and I think this is going to be one where I'm going to just do a whole pack. I'm going to just use the whole thing up if I can. This paper pack has 24 double-sided sheets, so there's 12 different combinations, and there's 2 of each. So I like the small prints. Looking at this, if I can find myself, basically it's calling for 2 6x6 sheets. I'm going to get a lot out of this, and 4 solid cardstocks. And what they're looking for is one color cardstock that's going to be that like teal blue, which would be the background, and then one that will be for the layers, and then the third will be basically this white that will be there as this tag with the sentiment on it. So I'm thinking as if I could find myself one color that is kind of this darker fuchsia color, and then maybe a lighter pink or something to go with that like bluish teal. I'll probably be doing good. Looking at the way you're cutting the paper, what I'm liking about this, which is another reason why I think I'm going to do what I can to just use this up, is you will have no scraps, which is another, I love being able to do stuff with no scraps in the printed paper. So this is another reason why you're going to get basically 3 cards from every sheet of paper. So by the time I'm done with 24 sheets, that's going to be a lot of cards. Do the math. That's 72 cards, is it? And I have the ephemera pack, and I don't know how many pieces of ephemera are in here, so let's see if it tells me. I'm hoping I have enough ephemera for that many cards. So it's not saying. So I'm going to do a little, piles and see, because I'd like to know ahead of time if I'm going to have to pull in something else. Now see, like this one has the sentiment on it, so that's going to be something a little different. This one, I don't know that I'm really going to count that as ephemera by itself. So I'm going to start making myself some piles. And then, like I said, start kind of playing around with what I think is going to be feasible out of this as ephemera, because some of these may lend themselves more for a birthday. Some of them are just kind of cute as like maybe like a hello, how are you? Obviously something like this looks like it's more birthday. I don't really kind of count that. I'm going to be using You're Very Sweet. Again, cute, but I'm going to make myself some piles here to kind of really see what is going to be worked out. Now some of these are very sweet. Isn't necessarily a bad, but I can't use it by itself is kind of what that's coming out to say to me. Yeah, like this one's like looking like some jam and thread in there. That kind of is a weird hand cream. So this is all going to be like a pile of different stuff. Trying to make like stuff like this is going to be like kind of small. Strawberries are great, but I don't see me just putting one strawberry. I would see me doing maybe multiples. This is how my mind starts trying to work. So I don't see that I'm going to have feasibly, yeah, I don't see me having feasibly 75 of these. So that may lend me to say I'm not going to run. I'm going to see how many designs I really can get. Like these kind of things, I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Cute, but like these are all cute, but they need to be with something else. The cat is cute. These, here again is another cat that's cute. I have no idea why I have a letter M. That can go in the trash. So, yeah, I'm kind of a little, I mean, there's a lot here, but it's not going to be feasible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can use this with something else in there. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I thought there was another cat. Yeah, there's the cat. So there's 23. These, I think, like I said, have to be used kind of in groups. So you're looking, I'll do groups, so that'll be like 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Maybe one of these together would be 29. So maybe half, because I'm thinking like I'll buddy these up. These will be kind of cute together. And then like kind of buddy these up. So yeah, we're looking like I'm gonna have enough for like half the cards in this regard. So that means maybe I'll try and figure something else out to do with the other half of this paper. So that's how my mind's gonna work with this. I do have some stamps, so maybe it means I have to make stamps for the rest. I'll have to look at that. I will come up with a concept card of what I'm thinking here, and then I will be back. Kristin, I'm back quickly. I've decided I'm gonna take half the paper pack and make these cards, and I'm keeping the other half aside. And I wanted to point out, as I did go through and I looked, and I have these 5 patterns that have a direction. Well, maybe not so much that one. That I have to pay attention to. So I'm gonna cut those first because the 3-inch strips do need to go horizontally. So that's the only thing. I'm gonna make a point that I'm gonna cut those first, and then I'll be back. Welcome back. It is Kristin, and I have completed 2 sets combinations with this paperback. Excuse me. Still this lingering cough. I don't know if it's from COVID or what, but anyway, I was doing the Sheetload. This is a new day, so I'm having to reacquaint myself what I'm doing here. Whew. It's the May 2021 Sheetload of cards that you can find on YouTube under the channel of Call Me Crafty Al. I should have said that in the beginning. I should have introduced that once a month, Alicia, I believe is her name, releases a sketch that provides a recipe for you to be able to use usually a couple, anywhere from 1 to 3 papers in pattern paper. To some are 6 by 6, some are 12 by 12, some are slimline, some are A2 size. So it depends on her layout for the month. And this particular one I'm doing is from a prior year, because I'm trying to use up the supplies in my paper stash. And I was starting where I would just follow the guide, and if it came up with 6 cards, I made 6 cards. But I just seem to always make everything in volume, and I should have said this because I don't think I've said it in a while, is that I am making volume because my husband and I have an online business, and I put these in as a thank you gesture to my customers. So if you're looking at like, holy moly, why is she making 40, 60, whatever cards? It's because I have an outlet for them to go to. I realize that most people probably don't have that volume, or maybe they just don't want to make that many of one card. I like to use up what I have. Like I said, I'm trying to get to a point in my craft room where I'm not a hoarder. Yeah, aren't we all, right? So anyway, so with this layout, I pulled out the Not Too Shabby Pink Berry Blast, which was a paper pack, I believe, from like April of 2022. May have been March, but I think it was April. And as I counted earlier, I thought I was going to have like 70 some cards to get out of this, and I didn't think I was really going to have enough of the ephemera that I had bought at the time. But what I'm finding is when I made these cards, I am only needing 1. So maybe I'm going to make what I have, use up what I have, and then I'll see what I have left. And what I wound up doing was, to make it simple and not have to overly think, you're supposed to, according to this, as I call it, the recipe, you cut the 6 by 6 paper and you get 3 by 3 inch cutouts and 3 by 1 inch. And again, I'm sorry, I wasn't going to get too complicated. So all I did was take the reverse side of the paper and put them together and leave them that way. And this paper pack is very complimentary. Some of the ones I've had, you know, the reverse side doesn't really go with the other one. It may go with other papers in the pack, but it doesn't go with the one on the back. This one, they were all very beautifully laid out, so I could do that and just keep it simple. So I started with this one and tried it. She's got a measurement on here for this to be 2 inches by 2 3/4 inches. I made it an inch longer because I wanted to have room to lay out a piece to go with it. If you didn't, I could see we're probably having it shorter in length. It wouldn't matter as much because you would just be putting the sentiment on there. So I fooled around with colors, and I'm still very heavily geared in having Stampin' Up! As the cardstock on hand. I'm looking to transition myself into other brands, but it's hard because that is the one that when I look at this paper, in my mind, intuitively, I know exactly what the color is I want to go pull out from Stampin' Up! So in this particular paper, the background paper is this just red texture paper I get at Hobby Lobby. It's like a bright red. Matter of fact, I have a sheet here of it in a darker red from another one that's a scrap. I'm probably going to use that just to use it up. So these particular ones I laid out and thought they looked fine like that. Then I pulled in an old discontinued blue, again, because I'm trying to use some stuff up. And that is the Soft Sky color. I did pull out a pink that was another discontinued color of Pink Pirouette. I haven't had a need for this yet, but I think I will need a pink at some point. And then I only had like 4 sheets of this mint macaron color. I can say in this family color line, hue, whatever you want to say, there is a Hobby Lobby color, I think it was called Seafoam, that when I used my swatches that I've referenced in my cardstock organization video, is in that same family. So I'm trying to use up what I can of the green and the mint macaron, but this is an ongoing color, and I am looking at the current Christmas catalog. So I'm thinking I may buy more of this. It is a really pretty green. It's been in their line for a little while, and I wasn't like really overly sold on it, but I'm getting more sold on it now as I'm trying to move out of that product, right? So again, I apologize for the coughing. So the products I used was, I did bring in this old flagging punch, because I just kind of suck at making fishtails. This was an old one from Stamping Up. The one she cut on the example was not as deeply cut, so that's another reason why I think I'm losing some space, because of how deeply that cuts in there. This is something else to keep in mind. And the corner rounder is just a corner round I've had from Creative Memories that I bought off of eBay way back when. So, you know, that kind of corner rounder would do. And the stamp set was this old one. I think I've mentioned in other videos that I bought at a crop that somebody was just selling off their supplies. I don't know where it came from, but they had just beautiful sentiment, the way the scripts were, and it turned really yellow, but they're really working well. So I'm just making that in black to keep things simple. So now I'm going to go through, I cut up the whole, well, I shouldn't say whole, I cut up half the paper pack. And so right now I'm just going to go through and mat everything up, and then I'll be back. So here we are in conclusion of what I made for the May 2021 card sketch using a 6x6 paper pack. So I started where I was going to use half. I got into this, I made my half, and then I still had 16 of the ephemera pieces left. And you get 3 out of a sheet, so I made 15 more. I kept this one because I thought this will be a cute one, you know, for whatever else. I do still have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sheets of this paper left. So I'm going to try, you know, something else down the road to use that up. But I'm kind of happy I got a total of 51 cards, and I thought they came out really, really cute. I did them all as birthday wishes because, like, it seems to be the most feasible that people that I resend these to could reuse them in their own personal life for. So I hope you like them. You know, I did wind up using things like that bow that I thought was a little, what was I going to do with it? You know, they did fit in really cute with the way I got glue stuck on my finger. Look at that. The ephemera fit in really cute with how this stamp was. Even ones like this, I just stuck that off to the side. There was one I did cut before I realized that I could just barely fit it on this direction. So, but they came out, I thought, really cute. I have a matchy match syndrome where I want everything to match, and this really was almost like bothering me at first that these colors didn't, but you know what? It all blends in. I've had to just like talk myself off the ledge here. So, again, very happy with this sketch. This is a nice one. I think I may wind up holding on to this for some of these other, like I said, when I have the ephemera and stuff. Oh, here's one I even did with the sentiment. I was like looking at it like, what was I going to do with the sentiments? I even fit them in there. I mean, there's 2 sentiments, but who cares? I used the one, I don't even know where it went to, that had the, there was a little like banner flag with some strawberries on it. I just put that underneath of it and then stuck like a strawberry or something on it. So I used everything other than that one ephemera piece that I showed you. And, you know, like everything just, I really was happy with this paper pack. Like I said, this is the first I've done of anything for this Not Too Shabby paper packs and her products, and I was very, very happy. So I plan to get more of her stuff. She's got a thumbs up from me. If you enjoyed this, I would appreciate it if I could get some thumbs up from you, or subscribe down below, because I would love to have more time with showing you some inspiration. So may you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.